So she seems fine. She had a nice lob around the track there and certainly knew her way around. So I'd be happy with her. She's travelled well. And the weather has brightened up, having been cloudy and misty and rainy.
Was it, how close were you to going back to the filly mare, or was it always going to be the turn?
I think, you know, we've slightly taken the bold step, I'll admit that. I think Point of Entry's a superb horse. Lucky Mike's coming back to his form. And they did run a phenomenally sort of 2:22 and change for a mile and a half, which is pretty exceptional last time. But she's a filly in good form, and we thought we'd be bold and try and go for the big one. And mile and a quarter, mile and a half are all the same to her, but this is a fast mile and a half, with a firm ground and a downhill. First 4 furlongs downhill.
So you said tactically, obviously, you thought you were saying maybe 10 furlongs or something more.
No, I mean, she's happy at 10, and as you know, she's won over both. She's happy at both, but this race, it's the big race. It's a sort of championship race, and to that extent, we thought we'd be bold and go for it. We've been leading that way from all the way, and didn't see any reason to change our plans.
Can you talk about her past 2 races and how she's come back into some good form?
Yeah, she obviously won the Irish Champion well, in good form, and the form of the solid race, very good form, nice colts, the 2nd and 3rd. Prior to that, she waltzed away in the Yorkshire Oaks against the fillies. So we then, prepared her for the Arc, and that didn't happen with the ground. Then looking at the Champion Stakes, so she's been on the go long enough. But I mean, she was just doing normal work into those, but neither race worked out because they were both very soft ground. One was heavy ground. So we didn't want to run her on that. She's a filly who likes the kind of track, the ground you have here, which is, we would term it good to firm.
So we make a big deal here about girls running against the boys, but over there you seem to do it quite frequently. And does it even make a difference, or do you think she's just that good?
Well, she's a talented filly, and she was unlucky here last year. So we know she can handle the track. It's a matter of getting enough daylight. But I think in terms of taking on the colts, we're not frightened of doing that when you get a really good filly. No, we're not frightened of it. But we also have a lot of nice races that we never used to have in the old days for older fillies. Really, the filly races used to end sometime after the Oaks, the English Oaks. But now there's a much better programme for them. But I think the tendency was that you were forced to run against the colts. So it's something that's always been in our planning if we think it suits. But now we have, of course, a lot of lovely filly races like the one you have here on Saturday, and we have a lot of them in Europe, Prix Vermeil, Nassau Stakes, all those older horse races as well.
You've trained a number of very nice fillies in your career. What are some of the intangibles that she has that kind of makes her the standout?
Well, she's got a good mind on her, and she's a high cruising speed and a nice turn of foot. She has all of those factors. I was lucky the filly won one of the first Breeders' Cup mile for me, beating colts. So she was exceptionally quick, Wild Heron. So if you've got a good filly, there's no reason not to take on the colts.
Is it possibly a blessing in disguise that she's had to maybe bypass the Arc and race along the champions and come here as a fresh horse?
Yeah, she's come here fresh. I mean, obviously she's been on the go and working, but it's not like she hasn't had a hard race in testing conditions. So I think to that extent she is a fresh filly, relatively fresh. She didn't start racing until Royal Ascot. The spring was pretty tough on the fillies this year. It was very cold and very late, and she took a long time to come to herself. So to that extent, her racing has been mid-season onwards.
Would it be fair to say you walked off the track last year with this day or this weekend firmly in mind again?
Yeah, I think you always hope to come back and hope things go better. This is a game that you don't give up in a hurry.
But you're pretty experienced.